Braincake is a delicious, sweet nourishment created by combining two or more grains.
Hello everyone. Ahoy. Aloha out there to my little cadets on the boat.
Guys.
This is Captain Jimothy, and there's some birds on this boat, so if you hear them, pay them no mind. They are our little chickens.
We're in the tropics right now. That's the way to think about it.
Yeah. Just look at it that way. That'll make it a whole lot easier for you.
It's the middle of October.
Hell, you might...
We're in the middle of the tropics.
Yeah. As far as we know, you may just hear it and be like, ooh, that's some nice ambiance.
Ambiance.
As I'm sitting here, I'm like, it really just sounds like my birds are in heat. It sounds like they've just been horny forever.
Yeah, I think one of them's a rapist.
Now, let's not go that far with the chickens. But
I mean, look, they would mount a fake toy
very often
and chase each other.
I think they're just playing, though. I think they're just playing.
Yeah, it's all play until one of them actually does that.
They're playing. They're playing feather tag with one another.
Oh, I'm sure that's why they throw up in each other's throat all the time too.
No, that's love, man. It says, "Hey, man, nothing says I love you more than let me puke in your throat."
One of them clearly is seeking far more attention than the other one.
Yeah,
on a level that they're just the intimacy just isn't shared.
Yeah, and
the other one, the one that is being sexually harassed constantly.
It's like
every day.
It's like a feeder situation.
It's screaming out and like, guys, you need to do something. This fucking
oh no,
this monster is after me all of the time. If I don't accept the food that he throws up in my mouth, he gets angry with me.
And then he just starts puking up himself and starts eating his own puke.
Like, guys, there's something wrong with this one. Can you please? All the time. That's all it's doing all the time is begging for our mercy.
In a human sense. Can you imagine having a roommate that does that shit?
Oh my god.
He just sits there, he pukes up in a bowl, and he just like slurps it back up. I'm sure you've seen that shock video before, that type of shock content.
Look,
like the girl that she was puking in a bowl, she was like eating the bowl back.
Earlier.
Huh?
Trauma is a tricky thing because you literally black it out until someone mentions it, and then all of a sudden you just remember. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, pain. I remember that.
There was a lot of gross shock content that I was exposed to.
Oh, I mean, shit, man. I feel like partially the braincake centaur lore was originally crafted around one guy, one horse.
It's very inspired by shock content.
Oh God, I am not. I'm with Kiwi. Like, he once said he can't do that content anymore. It's too. Makes him feel too yucky. I kind of get what he means when he says that.
You guys walked past the line.
Yeah,
you can't cross the line.
Oh, it's kind of like once you.
But when building lore, it's important to have those old stories that are grotesque and vile, and that way, as a future lore, you can look back on it and say, "Yeah, we don't do that no more. We're a little more civilized."
We've learned our lessons from the past. We have learned not to repeat history, for that is.
Well, I mean, history is bloody and vile and horrific and terrifying, but you don't
want to repeat it, do you?
Well, I mean, you have to bring it to the forefront, otherwise people forget, and it's bound to repeat anyway.
Yeah, people just I'd say that probably has something to do with people just don't want to change. They just don't like change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see that as being a reason history repeats itself. Is people don't like change. They don't want to do anything different.
Culture is an interesting thing because, I mean, as we increase the lifespan of a human being, we also inflict younger generations to an older generation's ideal of society.
Mm.
Because, I mean, it's the 70-year-olds that are in control right now. And
we see where that's got us.
Well, yeah, just look around.
Yeah, we see where that's working out swell.
For time spans, for future me, if I survive, it's the year 2020.
Yeah. Note to self, the year is 2020. It is still October, I
Is
say
it?
this every... Yes.
Are you sure it's not March Day 280th or something like that?
Look here. I am certain that it's October. I have been saying every episode of this month that it is still October. That exact quoting.
My uncle told my family that August didn't exist.
What?
Yeah, it's a fake month. He's...
Okay. Wait, repeat that for me.
So,
say that one more time.
In context.
In context. Okay. Yes, in context. Tell me, what?
My dear old uncle, you will remember him from the documentary, by the way, if you watched it. Alonzo?
For those out there that may not know what you're talking about.
American Hollow.
American Hollow. To throw back.
97, 98?
Yeah, it was a part of an HBO mini doc series
called HBO Undercover.
Yes, HBO Undercover, and an episode of that series was called American Hollow, which portrayed practically your family, correct?
Yes, it was, according to the book, the director, Rory Kennedy, her statement was that she was looking to tell a story of how the welfare changes were affecting poor communities, basically. Poor rural communities.
Mm-hmm.
And they found the family, and then she said later on that she decided to stop asking questions and just let the family tell a story, which she basically just followed the family for a year.
And just basically followed them and was like, all right, let's see what's up.
Interesting story.
Practically how they would do a reality TV show, probably. Like, they would just follow people around with cameras all day around the clock for such a long period of time.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about American Hollow.
Well, I know that, but like prior to that, what got us down this rabbit hole?
Want to talk about American Hollow?
Yeah, because we was just trying to introduce.
You were talking about your uncle. Your dear old uncle.
Who said that August didn't exist. So anyways, in this
okay, so that is what you said.
Yes.
That August didn't... What the fuck?
Just wait. Context is coming. So in this documentary...
It better be. Like winter. It better be coming.
The story is told in this documentary. Alonzo was in a very bad accident due to drunk driving, unfortunately.
He was
and this
drinking?
was in the 90s. No, he wasn't drinking. He was a passenger.
Oh.
His buddy, one of his best friends was drinking, and they were traveling a very curvy road with no guardrail. So they go over a mountain, and through this crash, his head goes through the dashboard. And they had to use the jaws of life to get him out, and like it was severe brain trauma. They told him he would never walk and talk and blah 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 blah. So it's an interesting story all in of itself. But through years of alcoholic abuse, or alcoholism and tobacco use, he's got like severe COPD. It's kind of a tragic story, but he's also getting Alzheimer's. And he told the family in August that they were messing with him, that August did not exist.
They were messing with him?
Yeah, that they were lying to him and trying to trick him and tell him that August existed.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah,
well, that's completely different.
It's interesting. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So with that background, but if you just think about it, I mean, he might be right. Maybe August doesn't. I mean, Augustus Caesar's the one who decided to make the goddamn month.
Damn, man, you saying we should just go straight from July to September?
It would make fucking sense, wouldn't it? December would be
how quick the temperatures drop.
December. Nov, November. Oct.
Knob.
8.
What, you said knob, didn't you? Why did I say knob?
No.
Knob. Knob. Yeah, that's my favorite month of the year is knob. It's a phenomenal month.
A knob.
Play with my knob.
It's Knob the First.
Knob the First. But yes, for late introductions, I am Jimothy. This is Jer. This is braincake. Yeah, this is is this the first time officially that this has been a combination on braincake?
Yeah, I do add a buzz.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it though?
This is a beautiful thing. We did this years ago.
It was interesting.
Kiwi swallowed us.
So, I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of appropriate, though, because this is the end of another term as far as our life cycle goes in the greater, the People's Republic of the United States.
Yum, yum.
This is how it goes.
This is how it goes. You tell me.
But we've been absent a while.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit we can talk about. A lot of real shit we could get into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And look, man, if Kiwi hadn't come a knocking with this opportunity for this podcast as a new means, I don't know. I don't know if it would have come back or not.
I don't know either.
That's fun.
I mean, granted, folks, you probably won't see me as much as you'll see him, but, you know, I like to, these days I'm a little more private.
I'm just equally open and dumb as I once was. Nothing's changed on that front. But I will say this is a much more relaxed type of show. I enjoy it a whole lot more. I will say, for old time's sake, we used to cover old news. I do want to bring something up.
Oh my god.
I was thinking about it earlier. Have you heard anything by chance? Have you heard about this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Have you read this?
No, I haven't. Maybe. I don't know. You haven't told me. Well, I can't say whether I have or haven't.
That's right. I'm just leaving you in suspense. I just want to hook you. Line, and sinker.
Let us have it, man.
I want you to smell
it.
Lay it
on me. Lay it on me.
All right. I'm going to lay the smack.
Butter it right on me.
All right. I'm going to lay it on you like butter, buddy. Butter, buddy, butter.
Oh, my God. Body butter.
Belly button body loader.
Oh, my God.
Buddy loader. God damn it. I can't talk. Well, it's probably because I was so flabbergasted when I read about Dolly Parton earlier. Apparently, for her 75th birthday, folks, which is in January of 2021, I want everyone to keep this in mind. And whether we should go for this or not, whether we should try to make this a reality, for those out there who want to know what Dolly Parton wants for her 75th birthday.
Just tell us, come on.
She wants to pose for Playboy for her 75th birthday.
I thought they gave those up.
Nope, still going strong, buddy.
But I thought they were like G-rated now.
Well, that's what she said. She wanted it to be real classy, real fine, real refined, you know what I'm saying? That's not real offensive or anything, but she just wants to.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either.
I mean, I watched her Netflix special, okay? The story about her and shit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, really, for what Dolly Parton does for her city and stuff and her community, she should just have free reign.
She's a very private person. Like, everybody that she's ever worked with, according to that Netflix documentary, will tell you that she's a very private person. She doesn't talk about her life and shit like that.
Yeah.
But she's always helped people, in a sense. Like, she gives back to the community through the Dollywood thing and charities and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Whenever,
she's a genuinely good person. She puts everybody in good spirits and blah, blah, blah.
Was it the Smoky Mountains that caught on fire?
I think so.
That's kind of ironic.
It was somewhere in Tennessee.
That's ironic if that's the case.
Yeah, I think they are.
Smoky.
What was the Appalachian region? I'm pretty sure it was part of the Smoky Mountains.
Fire. Smoky.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Oh my God.
Sure. I wasn't sure. I was like, man, I gotta drive this one home. I'm proud.
I got it when you first said it. I just
he was like, I'm just trying to ignore it, man. He's I'm just trying to fucking ignore it.
I was waiting for you to continue. We were just stuck there for a minute. And I
needed approval, God damn it. I need approval. Mommy.
Oh, Daddy loved me.
Daddy, please. Daddy, please.
Oh.
Daddy wasn't there.
But yes.
To change my underwear. To take me to the fair. Daddy wasn't there. It's derailed, hasn't it?
It has.
It hasn't even gotten started.
What are you talking about? We're like 20 minutes into this.
Shit, more like 14, 15.
Stop counting.
I ain't counting. I'm just...
No, but what the fuck is going on?
Well, we were talking about Dolly Parton wanting to be in Playboy.
I know, but it's such a weird... I don't know how to feel about it, so that's what comes out. That's how I feel.
I think give the woman what she wants.
I mean, yeah, I feel that.
this
She's
might be
old enough to make her own fucking decisions, and if this is the way she wants to show herself, she's that comfortable with doing it. Let her do it.
Yeah.
Let her live her best life.
And look, man, we don't know. Dolly Parton showing her boobs to the world might actually close fucking Pandora's box that we opened in 2020 when Kobe Bryant died.
Bro, I'm just going to tell you something.
What?
That stuff got derailed in 2012.
Huh? 2012? What are you talking about?
Don't you remember when the Mayan calendar thing happened?
Yeah.
That's when it happened.
Oh.
We collided.
Are you saying that's when we opened Pandora's box?
Yeah, well, not so much a Pandora's box as though two timelines just kind of collided.
Oh.
And this is like the mixed reality. It's the set Bernstein.
Barney.
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 But no, not Bernie.
Yeah,
Bernstein. Berenstein?
What did Bernstein do? What did he do?
Is it Berenstein or Bernstein?
It's Berenstein. It's Bernstein.
Berenstain.
Berenstain.
I thought it was Berenstein.
No. It's Berens. It's
See, there you go.
No.
The Mandela effect, man. 2012. That shit's been happening for a long time, but it really derailed in 2012. Think about it. We became conscious of climate change, like really conscious of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when the social networks kind of really just exploded and the world started changing.
Is that when the United States legalized gay marriage?
Was it 2012?
We opened up the gates of hell.
I think it was 2017. Excuse me, guys.
Actually, I think it was like 2013. 2014.
I don't think it's been that long.
Something like that. Well, as he...
I should know. It's terrible. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, as he looks that up, I really do believe that Dolly Parton could close Pandora's box. What 2012 done, originally at first, it was practically just kind of taking a peep into Pandora's box without opening it. The locks were still on, but you could kind of wedge it just enough to peek in.
2015.
2015, okay.
I knew it hadn't been that long ago.
Yeah.
It's only been 5 years.
Yeah. God. Time moves slow as fast as it moves, too.
It's amazing how progressive thinking people are led by a country that is not so progressive.
Yeah. You know what's not progressive? There's something I'd also
Geico.
read. Well, Geico isn't progressive, but there is one other story I'd share with you.
Lay it on me.
Apparently, if I recall right, it was a Fox station that recovered it.
A faux news story.
Yeah, it's a faux news story.
Okay.
I don't know if it was out of North Carolina or if it was out of Detroit, but this woman was on a plane. She was going back to her home, and the person she was passenger next to, she woke up, and to them standing over top of her, just pissing on her, just pissing away.
What?
And no one had said anything, I guess, until she woke up and she shrieked. Then
What
people
the
were freaking.
fuck?
Then people freaked the fuck out.
Punch that bitch in the cooter.
Yeah, an off-duty officer came up and restrained the dude. She
The
said,
dude.
"Yeah, that was pissing on her." And she said, "I woke up. I was horrified."
Horrified. It's a dick lady.
Well, I said I was horrified. I looked in his eyes, and he was just there was nothing there. I'm like,
What?
fuck. Okay, look, I'm not defending this at all, but for all we fucking know, the dude could have been sleepwalking and just pissed. I don't know.
How do you stand up and like piss and like?
Yeah, you piss in a plane. You're pissing in coach, folks. You're standing up and pissing in coach on your friend that you're sitting next to, or whatever stranger you've been paired up against. The kicker, the person that was pissing on her was a preacher. Yeah.
God's plan.
I mean, I guess. You know.
No, I don't actually. I don't know.
When we were kids, I can remember they would use revivals and
Oh, you mean they would like almost drown you and tell you that God washed away your sins?
Yeah, you're born again. Like, is that what it is? That's basically what, I guess.
Yeah, they attempt to drown you, and if you come back dirty, they'll drown you again until you come back as your soul has been cleansed.
Well, I know. Getting baptized, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Ding, 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 dumbass. Me, talking to myself. Yeah, it's basically, I can remember when we were kids, people would, they would use water for baptisms. I guess piss is now the new
What?
way to do it. I mean, like, that's not, no, I don't think that's, that's not what he was doing, but I'm just saying, but when we were kids, I remember water was what they used.
Yeah.
Maybe this priest was just trying to baptize this woman with piss.
The holy urine.
Yeah, he's just washing away her sins. He's just pissing in the wind.
Well, no one really knows what shape the what's it called? The Holy Spirit is in.
Well, it was it was in the form of a holy mushroom cap.
I mean, it was in the form of a holy urine.
Holy urine.
Just raining on you.
Mm.
The Holy Spirit was raining upon her.
It's like chocolate rain, but it's golden showers.
From his penis.
From the mushroom cap.
And I mean, they could have easily made a lot of money if they would have just, like, filmed it. Not to say that, assaulting someone sexually like that is okay, and that you should film it to make money. But
What the fuck? What's happening?
I'm sure that somewhere somebody would have a fetish like that.
I'm
If he
sure.
just reached up and tugged on it a little bit.
I'm sure it's on the deep web somewhere.
In the deep web. I don't know.
Probably on the surface web too.
Man,
I'm sure.
look, okay. So, in my tired state of mind last night, I put on Citizen 4, the whole Snowden documentary about shit. And, like, I look at that and how they were talking about mass surveillance and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at where we're at with websites and all that shit.
What did they say about it? What did they say?
No, I mean, this was back in, what year did they do that? Like 2008. It's early 2000s, I feel like, when Snowden leaked all that shit about mass surveillance, wiretapping,
Oh.
at the NSA being able to copy all that shit.
It's like 2011 or something.
Yeah, it was the early Obama presidency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can remember that whistleblowing stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look back on it, and Gunnar would probably disagree with me here, but it's an interesting take on how society has changed to deal with that. Like, the government kind of just let the reins loose with the corporations and said, okay, well, it's illegal for us to do it, but you guys find a way to have them just give it to us. We won't do it, but we'll buy it from you because that's legal. We're not actually doing it. We're just buying the information from you and building our own case.
And they said, well, have at it, motherfuckers. Just have at it.
It's an interesting take on society, man.
I don't like being watched. They're watching us, man.
They are watching us. Sorry,
They're
guys,
gonna
I'm
give-
being a downer.
They're going to give us a vaccine, man. And it's going to watch us, man. It's Mark of the Beast, dude.
Mark of the Beast.
Fuck. They're going to keep their tabs on us
You know, I was thinking the other day,
There's chips in the vaccines, dude.
if
Oh, no, man. It's like our phones aren't like that or something, man. What? Sorry, what?
what is the danger in letting people like that just die off? I mean, really, when you think about it.
Oh, no.
When you give it a deep thought. Statistically, it's gonna happen anyway.
Statistically, do we need them, really? Is that what? Oh, my God.
Very defective, okay? Oh my god.
Like the chickens somewhere in the apartment here. The birbos are going bananas.
Yes, they are.
For those of you that aren't understanding my jargon, they aren't actually chickens. They're budgies. God damn it! I've established this before on the podcast. shouldn't have to keep doing this. But for the newer listeners out there that haven't delved back in there, this may possibly be the first time you're hearing it.
I think they're tormented souls trapped in a small feathered body.
Yes. And I absolutely believe the only words that I could ever teach them is, I'm finally getting used to this body. Or let me out of this feather prison. To be the only...
I think kill me would be pretty good.
They're asking for death. Is that... Dude, maybe...
Or please help me.
It could be the same. You know, what if that applied with children and babies?
I mean,
that's what
the bird doesn't realize what the fuck it's saying. It's just copying the sound.
Right. Neither does a toddler really. So you could teach them. You could tell them.
Look, human larvae are an interesting case. They build this construct of these noises in relation to how other people react to these noises. That's all communication is.
Oh shit. Oh. Some human larvae, you say.
Human larvae, yes.
Oh my god. Why is
larvae.
They're always...
They're a pupa.
That gets me every fucking time. There's only... I think you and Jim Cornette are the only two people I've ever heard call children larvae. And it's...
All they do is eat, cry, and shit. They have no concept of the world around them. They are in a pupa state. They are gestating outside of the womb.
I need you to survive. I mean, granted, we were larvae too.
And we were larvae. We were sperm.
But you
we were all
but,
sperm. We were half DNA at one point.
But you don't have to like larvae is the point here. You don't have to like larvae when you're a full-grown larva.
You can snip that bitch early if you want to.
God, I'd like to snip that bitch. I've established it. I don't want children. I don't need children.
That's true, but you know, sadly, you're not allowed to because you don't already have children.
Isn't that's so goddamn stupid?
It is fucking stupid. What kind of a stupid fucking rule? It is my choice on whether I want to carry forward my family lineage.
Yeah, I don't want to. Can I not have that? Why can I not have that?
I mean, I can have that. I could probably just...
Does that offend God or something? Is that what it is?
Here we go, getting mythological.
No, we're not. No, we're not going down that rabbit hole. I'm just saying. I'm just proposing that as a question. It's rhetorical. I'm not looking for an answer.
Change the channel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Change the channel. I'm not looking for an answer. I just proposed that to you and proposed that to folks out there in happy dandy braincake land. It is still October, you know.
It's spooky.
Yeah, Bean-boozled is coming, folks, and I'm very concerned.
He asked me about that today.
Yeah.
He said, how do you feel about Bean-boozled? And I'm like,
I'm trying to wrap Jer up into appearing in this special tormenting cake.
I mean, okay, I'm not a huge fan of jelly beans
I'm
myself.
not either. Dude, I hate jelly beans. I hate them.
I mean, I don't hate them, but I tend to overeat them when I do actually like their flavor.
Yeah, but see...
And I don't know if I'm willing to subject myself to, like, bringing back that nostalgic memory, but completely destroying it at the same time.
But see, that's the great thing about being an adult. Everything you love as a child eventually dies. So let's just kill jelly beans.
It's not entirely true, Trent. Their stuff are still around.
I mean, like, they can still be around, but we can kill it for you. We can kill the memory for you. We can kill it stone dead.
I mean, I already have enough trauma and forgotten memories.
Let's force feed you laundry detergent jelly beans.
Oh my God!
You'll feel all right.
What are you trying to do to me? Tide Pod me?
No, I'm just trying to do the same thing I'm trying to do to the rest of of our braincake brethren, and I'm just trying to establish.
I don't know if I'm ready for a vomit flavored jelly bean.
I am. I mean, I'm not. But I told him, I was look. Let's have a trash bin, just in case, because it's probably going to be needed. But look, it's two people that eat the same colored jelly bean, and maybe both of you will get delicious ones, or maybe one of you will get a bad one, one of you get the good one. That's what I'm saying. You can't smell it. You got to be blindfolded. Just go, oh, and we'll find out real quick. And you get to tell us how it tastes, and it's like show and tell, really, with jelly bean flavors of death. Stink bug.
Like, it sounds fun, but at the same time, it sounds horrific.
Do it for the content.
Do it for the content.
Do it for the content.
Let the algorithm rule my life.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there's some of the listeners out there in Braincake Land. They're out there going, Jer, 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 Jer. You're the one. You're gonna be the winner. The rest of them's gonna eat shit. Gunboy, Kiwi, Jimothy. They're all gonna eat all the shitty jelly beans. They're gonna devour stink bugs and laundry detergent and vomit and boogers and shit and everything else.
We'll see where things go. I'll put it. It's high up there.
Oh, it's high up there.
Yeah, it's high up there.
What's that mean?
I might be willing to submit myself.
Oh shit. Oh boy. Oh, if it happens, folks, you'll know about it because it'll probably go up next Saturday. As I'm recording this is what, the 15th? 16th, I assume?
16th.
The 16th as we are recording
16th
this.
in the year 2020.
Yes.
80.
And this will go up Thursday forward from this, so yeah, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. You already knew that if you're listening to this on time, so hooda-baga, hooda-baga, hooda-baga. Time. Dude, it's about time. Have you seen Crash Bandicoot 4? Where it just came out? It's called Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time.
Yeah. I've seen it.
All the hooda-baga and all that, yeah. Wow, that was all beautiful.
I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it was...
It looks exactly the same as the old ones, and it looks insanely difficult as the old ones. It looks as unforgiving as its predecessors.
That is a series that I need to actually work on.
Absolutely, dude. Crash is...
I started it... This is my problem. I have a very bad habit of starting games and then just for no reason not coming back.
Dude. I don't know. I wonder if that has something to do with age. I don't know, because I'm the same way, and I'm 31. We're both the same age.
Yeah.
I used to never be that way, but the past 2 or 3 years, I don't give a shit as much as I used to. And I can't bring myself to complete things hardly.
I find myself more attracted to consuming content which extends my knowledge in some way than I am consuming content that just relaxes me and lets me consume like a fictitious story. I mean, I don't know why that is.
Everybody's got their own different methods of escape and things they like to do, and it's perfectly. But I'm sure you have your moments where you're like, "Damn, I'd really like to have that game." Or
yeah,
that
I mean,
really
there are
fun.
certain ones where I'll play it like.
And to be fair, you never.
I try to put like 30 hours in it, and if by that point I don't care for the game, then maybe it's just not the game for me.
Back in the day, you didn't have a PlayStation, did you?
No.
So I was gonna say, so that's probably why you never touched Crash Bandicoot really to begin with, because it was a PlayStation strictly. Up until the past few years, it was pretty much a Sony exclusive.
Yeah. Now, see, I've always been interested in Ratchet and Clank, like the early games.
Oh, those are so fun. Ratchet and Clank
But
series.
see, I'm like, I don't know if I just don't really care for the DualShock controller.
Oh, the old PS2 controller?
I mean, the PlayStation controller design in general, the DualShock.
That was like, when it came to the disc, like the disc red consoles, that's the first controller I ever had. Was it wasn't the DualShock, it was the PlayStation 1 controller, which didn't have the dual sticks until dual sticks. It didn't have DualShock until maybe a year later after PS1 first came out.
Yeah.
Without the sticks though, they're strange as fuck. They're so little.
I mean, it makes it definitely look like a retro console without the sticks.
Yeah. And it's funny because I can remember on PlayStation 1, I hate to be that guy that brings up Final Fantasy VII almost every goddamn time, but I use it as a reference. When it originally came out, you couldn't use DualShock controllers on it. It had to be one that didn't have DualShock. If you couldn't turn the DualShock off, you can't use that controller. But if you could turn it off, it would you could play it. It was just weird. You like that? It just like it couldn't even register it back then. because it was ahead of its time.
Right, like the game wasn't designed to accept the input of a joystick.
Right, because Final Fantasy 7 came out before the DualShock controller did.
Right.
Even though it was already on PlayStation 1.
I mean, it's pretty crazy how early games used the double joystick system like that, compared to after, for example, like the Xbox came out with Halo and the FPSs that followed, like the way that they used the second joystick to move the camera.
The original Xbox, goddamn Andre the Giant size controller.
Yeah, the granddaddy of all controllers.
Oh my god, that thing is no joke. Like that huge,
gargantuan.
It is mammoth. It is gargantuan.
I can't remember what the fuck it was called.
I just called it the Andre controller.
The Andre controller.
It's the fucking Andre controller.
I remember when the S design come out. It's basically what we have today, except it had a big slot for like dual memory cards.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. Yeah. The GameCube controller, man, it was an anomaly.
It was.
But I love that controller. It actually worked very well.
I don't understand who thought the Nintendo 64 controller was comfortable.
That thing looked... No, okay.
So they did make left-handed controllers, as they called them. They were black, and their thumbstick was on the left side instead of the right.
Mm-hmm. Sue me, people, but the Nintendo 64 controller, in my opinion, just looks like a goddamn abomination.
It is. It looks like a bizarre sex toy from an anime.
Well, you got your fucking camera button in the middle.
But at the same time, it also reminds me of a sword hilt.
It reminds me of some sort of murder weapon.
And it's a magic sword because you have your trigger and your thumbstick here, and you got your hilt that comes down. You can sometimes aim with it.
Yeah, I could see. I could see.
I'm hitting the damn mic. Sorry, guys.
He keeps smacking folks. He wants to smack the inside of your head. He wants to get inside your head and beat your brain around, is what it is, because he's wanting to beat your brain into some cake batter.
It's pretty much mush.
So you can make some brain cake out of your mush brain.
Mush brain. We have brain potatoes.
Gunboy said
brain potatoes.
This is a good time of year to be making brain cake. So I expect our views in YouTube and our listens on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all those other great places to boost during the month of October, because everyone wants to know how to make brain cake for their little parties, their little not-social distancing parties.
Not-social distancing parties.
So, when you're looking up how to make a cake, come swing by the Brain Cake Podcast, and we'll let Bernie Sanders come show in your White House lawn, or oh shit, I just gave a spoiler away to... Well, no, I didn't. That episode's already came out by now, by the time you're hearing this.
Yeah.
I didn't give a spoiler. But if you've been around long enough, you're in the know.
I mean, it is March. Hang on.
You won't learn about food here, but you will probably get grossed out and report us.
The sky is falling.
And that shit's going to be fun when the sky falls.
I'm not ready for it.
I mean, it's happening. It's happening. The sky is falling.
All I can say, guys, like,
Sorry.
if you're future me and you've survived the climate wars and the droughts and example, whatever, and Neuralink is a thing and I've uploaded myself to a computer. Life is fucking weird.
Are you trying to be a computer?
You know what? I would go for it. Access
Like if
to
we're
the
just
entirety of world knowledge. And
I mean, if we're just keeping your head in a jar and that's all we're going to do, fuck the rest of your body. We're going to cut it off and just preserve your head in a jar.
As long as we discover a way before my head gets put in a jar of allowing myself to transfer myself onto other hardware devices.
But what if somebody, like, tries to fuck your head? You know?
Well, see, this is my point. If I can transfer myself to other hardware devices, then they would just be performing necrophilia because I would have transferred myself out of the corpse skull, my flesh prison, as it were, and transferred electronically into another device that has no discomfort whatsoever.
You had me at Corpse Skull. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know why. That's such an irrational fear. Like, I'm so worried. If my head is like, because I'm all for it, man. I'm like, sure, put my head in a jar. Keep my conscience being. Sure, I'll keep going. But
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want somebody to take me out of the fucking jar and just goddamn screw me on their dick.
That's why I'm saying, man, we have to, once technology gets to that point, we should be able to upload ourselves into like a robotic suit.
Use me like
with the head on, we'll have our heads in a jar on top of the robotic suit.
Yeah, and they'll be screwing me on the head of their dick like I'm a fucking Dr. Pepper pop can or a pop bottle lid. Jesus.
Well, see, hopefully at that point, too, you could neurologically connect with the world around you, so you could summon, like, battle drones to shoot them. And
Well, I would like to summon some sort of defense mechanism. Yes, that would be great. Whether that's drones shooting this fucking necrophiliac skullfucker from the sky, or if they're raining down hexes from the heavens on them, or if some fucking voodoo expert in Louisiana is bobbing the shit out of this motherfucker.
you know,
know.
in some reality, that's actually happening.
Sorry, folks.
I'm not sure what.
If you've ever watched War of the Worlds, folks, that is happening currently outside of our home.
Apparently.
Those things have landed, and if you listen close enough, you hear the little girl in that movie shrieking, even here. I couldn't stand that movie just for that reason. I liked War of the Worlds for the most part.
Overall, the story is very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, mildly interesting.
I can't handle that shrieking, though. I can't handle that shit.
That's how they build suspense in it.
Suspense is how they get on my fucking nerves. Is that what they do? Yeah, that's not suspenseful. That's irritating. I don't like that. The shit makes me want to cry and walk out of the theater. If I was in a theater, I would walk out of the theater. I would say, God damn it, I wasted $6 or $7 or whatever the hell it costs to get in theaters. I don't know.
I'm sure that in some way you could launch a business that could cut the parts of a movie out that people don't like.
They should do that with porn.
I mean,
Cut this shit out of this porn.
they do that
man.
already. You have the 30-second clips, and then you can find like the hour and a half actual video.
Come to our website, bro. Hey, don't be a dumb fucking download it for free. Come to our website. You can get it in full HD for $40 a month. You can beat off to whatever you want to on our website within the confines of our website.
I didn't know we were hosting porn.
I mean, we're not. I'm just saying if we did, we would have to take them for that kind of money.
$40 a month, though. God.
That's what some of these This is what some of those websites will charge a motherfucker.
And that's why they don't have a lot of members that pay.
Right, but
You got to hit that sweet spot. It's got to be $19.95, but 3 easy payments over the course of 4 months.
But look, just what few they have, though. I would think the 40. If it was 40, and if they were willingly paying that a month, if they even had 100 people that were paying that.
No, I feel like if that were the case, like a lot of those free videos, there wouldn't be free porn videos, because I think a lot of that is like rips from their actual content.
Mm. Come over here and watch my porn, baby. No, come over here and watch my porn.
Which, by the way, it'd still be interesting to interview a porn star.
God, porn star don't want anything to do with us. I'd be like, God, that guy's fucking...
It's a very interesting culture back here, so at least they would have that to...
Make fun of.
Explore. No, I wouldn't say make fun of.
Spit on us. Degrade us. It's okay. I mean, some of you get paid to do that anyway. We're not paying, though. We're just hoping like you would do this out of the generosity of your heart, you know?
Right, it'd be pretty cool.
Because we're good people.
We are good people, actually.
We're fucking sweethearts. Despite what some of the other brethren here on the cake may say, I'm a nice person.
Genuinely.
I'm a genuine dude, man. Like Jerry here, he's a bona fide stud man.
Bona fide stud.
I always have to get that in there.
Superhero.
Every time that you're on here, I always have to remind you of what a handsome son of a bitch you are. You know that?
I did it.
Huh? Huh?
I did it.
I did it.
Yeah, from Dreamcatcher.
I'm not sure what any of that is.
Stephen King.
Is that like Indian in the Cupboard?
No, it's Stephen King. Dreamcatcher. I did it.
I don't remember that. I don't remember Stephen
alien?
King's Dreamcatcher.
Oh my god.
I really
With
don't.
Ripley, the red shit that was spreading.
No, I don't recall.
Oh my god.
Everyone has
Wow.
this reaction every episode, like someone's like offended by the shit.
I'm not
I have
offended
seen.
by it. I'm shocked that you haven't seen it because I know your love for like that type of
Yeah,
material.
I feel like I don't know. I mean, it's possible that I've seen it and just don't recognize that title. Excuse me. How old is it of a book? Do you know? Or is it a book? Is it a short story?
It's a book and a movie.
Oh, okay.
It's a 2001 science fiction horror novel by American writer Stephen King.
The old one?
2001. Let me see when the...
Interesting.
I don't know when the movie came out.
I don't know what other stuff he had written around that time. Maybe The Eye of the Dragon. Shit like
Film
that.
is from 2003.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. No, I haven't. I have not. That's okay.
For example, this is the cover art.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that cover art before. Yeah, for the audio listeners, fuck you. Jeremy was showing it to the video listeners. I'm kidding. Unfuck you.
It's difficult to explain. It's a winter scene with a figure at the bottom, cross-legged, and a dream catcher hanging above it all, and it says dream catcher in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. I do have to apologize. I've been pretty good about not antagonizing the listeners here lately. Hambone has been actually pretty aggressive about it out there, and I would like to apologize on his behalf to everyone out there for how he's out there like he's out there ready to hurt people, and I'm not sure why. I just do it for funsies. You know, I do it for fun. I do it in jest. You know, I do it for
laugh, to get a rise, to get a reaction.
I do it for the chuckles and the jollies,
to cut
and
the tension.
Yeah, I do it to
bring
break
it
the
to
ice.
an abrupt left turn.
Break the ice. You know,
it's like that left hook out of nowhere to just be like, bam! You weren't looking.
I'm not trying to lure you in only to hoodwink you or to fucking bamboozle you or
Bamboozled.
hornswoggle you or anything like that.
Hornswoggle.
That's not what I'm trying to do. Huh?
Hornswoggle is a word not used to.
No, it's not. Neither is hoodwinked.
Hoodwinked.
They're both great words.
That was actually a pretty interesting movie.
Was that like a Pixar thingy or something?
I think it was a Universal one. Hoodwinked.
But it is that type of animation, correct?
It was about Little Red Riding Hood, I felt like.
Oh yeah, actually I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that for sure.
It's a very interesting movie. But I don't know why I keep jumping back, guys. It's pretty crazy. Told you life is weird. Simulation, I'm all glitched out. That's what happened.
Well, I'm pretty glitched out myself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why you don't do recreational stuff.
Yeah. Like making cakes.
When it's a brain bagged and your cake is overcooked, you cause a glitch in the matrix.
And then you're fucked.
Yeah, and then you're fucked.
You can't be fucked. If you can't unfuck yourself, then
Once you're fucked, you can't be unfucked.
Yeah, there's nothing you can fucking do about it at that point. Once you have fucked yourself.
You just carry forward as this glitch in the system.
It's unfucking forgettable and it's unfucking forgivable. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary folks out there in the braincake universe, I honestly think this cake has probably come to its creamy tip of an end. Ew.
Have we icing it real good?
Ew, creamy tip.
Just sweeten it. No, I mean, I'd rather have a creamy tip than a non-creamy tip.
I guess. I mean, like, you can't do much with a non-creamy tip, can you?
No.
Huh.
It's super dry and just... It's not the best stuff.
You just spit on it then.
I'm not going to spit on the cake before I eat it, man.
Well, I'll spit on it for the listeners.
I'm not a fly. I don't vomit on my food before I ingest it. I mean, I know I called babies human larvae, but...
You saying, come on, man, I'm not trying to walk on my food and taste it that way.
Right? I'm not... I'm not that low on the intelligence level.
He said that. He said I'm not that low on the intelligence level, and I'm not that fucking nasty of a human being that I want to do that shit. Who do you think needs that shit? Not me. Bullshit. Fuck you. Up yours. Eat shit. Drop dead. Jack me off. I don't need parts that badly. I'm not that sick. Hey, how are you doing? I hope you're okay, folks.
Welcome to Braincake.
Welcome to Braincake. This has been Braincake, and it's still October, you know.
It is still October.
Bean-boozled's coming.
I think it's March 34th.
August don't exist.
They took my family.
They shouldn't take your fucking family, dude.
The CIA took my family.